Hello and you're welcome to today's video. My name is Oluchi Ogunye and thank you for taking time to watch this video. So today I'll be sharing 10 things I have learned from 10 years of marriage. So by God's grace this year, my husband and I, we celebrated our 10th year wedding anniversary, and I just took some time to pen down 10 things, and they all start with T actually. So I hope you're able to learn something. So the first thing I've learned that is important in marriage is talk. So you need to talk to your spouse. It goes without saying, like a lot of people say communicate. Communicate is fine, but communicate basically just means talk. And when I say talk, I mean it's good for you to talk about everything, like every single thing. You talk about the day's work, talk about the children, talk about what you're feeling. Don't assume they know what you're feeling. You have to express it in words. Don't assume they know what you're thinking or they know what you've already planned. Just still, share with them and encourage them to share back at you. By the time you communicate, you realize that there are some notions, there are some things you thought that was going on in their mind that they actually weren't thinking, and then you'll be able to clear the air on various circumstances. So whatever the issue, just do your best to talk and always keep communication lines open. It's very important in marriage. Now, the second thing I want to also say is that you need to think together. So it's not just about talking, sometimes we talk to people, but we're talking at them. We're not really listening to them. So you need to think together with your spouse. You need to think together with them, and you need to come up with a plan, whether it's a plan for the day, whether it's a plan for the month or for the year. You need to be, reassured that you're working in the same direction, and you need to make plans together. You need to let your, brain power work together. So don't just make your own plans and come and tell them and, just, throw it at them as it were. You need to focus and actually think together so that you can take the family in a particular direction. Now, the third thing you need to do is in a marriage relationships, that you need to be thankful. Okay, a lot of times it's easy for people to focus on the spouse's negative side and say, okay, why doesn't he do this? Why doesn't she behave like that? And all of that. But we always have to realize that even we ourselves, we actually have our own flaws. We're not good at every single thing, most of the time. You understand? We have places that we falter and we fall and we need help. And so we should learn to extend grace to our spouse instead of majoring on their weaknesses. Why don't you major on their strength? Why aren't you thankful to them for the things they've done right and the things that they are doing right? So even in your mind and even physically, emphasize their strengths and do not emphasize their weakness. And in line with that, I'll just say the next T is touch. Now, touch is just touch as a sense of a love language. Now, you might have heard of the love languages, the five love languages. If you haven't heard about it, you can check it up. Touch is only one of them. There's things like words of affirmation, there's things like acts of service. Those are various quality time. Those are various love languages. Now, it's good to speak the love language of your partner. So if you know that they like to be affirmed by their words, then do your best to affirm them more. If you know that they like acts of service, they like it when you do things for them, then do your best to do things for them. If they like gifts, do your best to give them gifts. Try your best to speak in their own love language. It's tempting sometimes to love them with the way we want to be loved, so we will be loving them with our own love languages. But you need to find out what your spouse's love language is and capitalize on that and use that to be a blessing to their lives. Now, the next thing is time. Now, time is key. Time is the currency of love. Time is the currency of attention. Time is the currency of importance. So you must spend quality time with your spouse. You must see to it that you spend quality time with your spouse. Whatever the case, whether it's work, whether it's whatever, you must spend time, not just time in the home, but time out. So you must, regularly find time to go out on a date with your spouse, to go out on a short holiday with your spouse, even if it's to go out to the eatery on the next street and just take a soft drink together and just talk about whatever it is. It's good to always find time for your spouse. A lot of times, we let our spouses become familiar strangers, because they are with us, but they are not with us, in terms of we're living in the same house, but we're just moving past each other, not actually giving them quality time. So we need to spend time with our spouses. So this is the end of part 1, and in part 2 I'll be telling you more about the remaining 5 things that I have learned in spending 10 years in marriage. Thank you for watching this video, and if it blessed you, please share it with someone who might need it. Have a blessed day, and God bless you.